have the responsibility of proving beyond any reasonable doubt anymore, because you have made everything easy for them. And the moment you plead guilty to an offense, all that is left for the judge or for the court is just for you, is for your plea of allocators, then judgment. But in the other side of it, if you should plead, if you should say you are not guilty, so you are entitled to defend yourself. That means the prosecutor has the burden of establishing their case beyond every reasonable doubt. So now, if we now bring it to the situation of Bobrisky and Cubana chief priest, Bobrisky pleaded guilty. What it means that is saying that you guys don't need to go through the stress. I admit I am guilty, and the consequence of that is that the judge allowed him to plead his to give his allocators, whereby he's saying he has more than 5 million followers. He can go and be preaching the gospel to them. They should not abuse the Naira. But of course, that wasn't enough for the court. But we need to understand that the judge has done him a favor by giving him 6 months imprisonment, because the law said that minimum. That means he was given the minimum punishment of 6 months. Of course, we said it earlier, 50,000 naira fine will not be enough, and it will be unfair for the court to fine him 50,000 naira and at the same time commit him to prison. So if we understand the reasoning of the judge, we realize that the judge is left with no choice, of course, to commit Bobrisky to prison to serve the purpose that the judge wanted to serve. While chief priest, on the other hand, has pleaded not guilty. Having pleaded not guilty, since his offense is not a capital offense, he is entitled to his bail. And that is why he has a bail bond of 10 million naira. He is entitled to bail until the prosecution has proven their case beyond reasonable doubt. But the important distinction we should know is that now that Cubana chief priest has pleaded not guilty, if he's found guilty, there's high probability that the punishment which the judge will impose on chief priest will be more severe than that of Bobrisky. Because of course, while Bobrisky has saved the time of the court, Cubana chief priest has also given himself enough time to defend any evidences which the EFCC are bringing before him. And even at the end of the day, if he was unable to successfully defend himself, then I can bet that the punishment he's going to receive will be more severe than that of Bobrisky. So either way, both legal practitioners of the two parties has been strategic in their own way. We just have to sit back and see where the strategies of two parties take them. Of course, Bobrisky will already see where his own strategy is taking him, but we need to sit tight and see that of chief priest.
So, no, and Obi Cubana's, Cubana chief priest lawyer, although that did LL.
No. I said they are both being strategic. I said if Cubana chief priest should be found guilty, then there's probability that it will be committed to more severe punishment, because he has wasted the time of the court and all the time that he has been enjoying his time. You know, when the judge prescribed Bobrisky punishment, the judge said that the jail time started from the time he was initially arrested. But now all the time that Cubana chief priest has used spent in time outside will also be put into consideration when the judge wants to sentence him. So both parties has been strategic. We have only seen where Bobrisky's strategies has taken him, which of course I think the judge is being fair to him. But then we need to wait and see where Cubana's strategy will take him.
Okay, thank you for that. So basically, I've been talking about Naira mutilation. So I want to know whether there's any other provisions for like dollars, pounds, like where I'm abusing dollars or any foreign currency, where I'm spraying them in parties. So like, is there any provisions for those ones?
Okay, I said the precedents earlier in our cover Fabemi. The court said that anything that is not an offense in Nigeria, or any law or any act that has not been prescribed as an offense in Nigeria, is not an offense. Dollar is not Nigeria currency. Pounds is not Nigeria currency. And there is no law in Nigeria. There might be in the UK. But of course in Nigeria, I don't know of any law which stipulates abuse of dollar or pounds. If there's any, please, I stand to be corrected. But so far so good, I don't think there's any such law. So as long as such law is not existing in Nigeria, you just give out all this party goers a leeway now. Just convert your money to dollar. But you need to know that converting your money to dollar also, there are some laws that guides it,
Yeah.
so that you not go and jump from fire to fire, because the Money Laundering Act is not playing at all.
Okay, so this is like a good news for relationship kids now.
People might not really know that this money is fake. So what are those things that that needs to be proven in court before they can actually know that yes, I abused the money? Is the question. But anyways,
Okay,
But you know that spending fake money is actually an offense.
and in fact, buying Nigerian Naira is also an offense. But the most important part we need to know when it comes to this is that when a person has been reported, a complaint has been made about a person in any kind of offenses, the first requirement of any security agency or enforcement agency is to first consider all the facts of the case, to now compare and contrast if this case is worth prosecuting or not before they even proceed to arrest the offender. And of course, when a person has been arrested, the burden of proving that was actually a naira that was being sprayed is on the enforcement agency. So when I say that Cubana lawyers were being strategic, who knows, maybe they might just come back that day and say, oh, it is fake naira we are spending, bring another bundles of fake nairas to show the court that all they are spending is fake naira. Of course, that's some another offenses, but in the scope of that party at that moment, it might not warrant an offense because he's not using it for a transaction, he's not buying something, he's not exchanging something, he's not using for a corrupt mind for any legality at that purpose. It's just for entertainment purpose. Of course, all our movie makers, they use fake nairas. So that might be some of the defenses that they are planning to bring. So it will now be left for the prosecutors. Maybe they have a person, let's say like a witness who saw it and confirmed that the naira is original. If there are tests to original, how to check if the naira is original. If they check test all those procedures and they confirm that it is original, or they might probably trace his bank to confirm if he got the money from bank. There are a lot of ways they could confirm if the naira is original or not. But then it is the burden still rests on them to prove that to the court. And I can't wait to see how the case actually turned out for real.
Okay, so this one's like a personal question. If you were either one of these lawyer, which approach would you be willing to take?
Okay, if I were to be the lawyer of Bobrisky, okay, the most important thing is that everything has happened so fast. So the first thing you wanted to do is buy yourself enough time to consider all your options. Even if you should plead not guilty at the moment, you can still enter into a plea bargain with the prosecution later. Do you get it? So the first thing I want to do is buy myself enough time to consider, to strategize, to see the strengths and the weakness of the case. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's what I think the Cubana chief priest lawyers have done. So at that moment, I wouldn't advise my clients to plead guilty immediately when I know that the burden is on the prosecutions and their proving is not just based on balance of probability. They have to go to the extreme edge to know that, to confirm that this is true. They have to prove it to the last of it. So I wouldn't even it's like giving up without fighting at all. But of course, it's all about strategy. They have realized that 6 months is a fair game for them, and that's what they did.
Do you have said that they have any?
So it's